Hey, sorry everyone, just having some camera trouble. It keeps like falling off. We have like a camera stabilizer and it's kind of like falling for some reason. I might have just fixed it. Nothing's happened yet, so sorry you're just watching me deal with this camera. This is Will James for Uprise RI. Be counselor, not cops. Day 2, Providence Student Walkout.
He's in.
I'm just saying why I'm here. Okay, I don't go to Providence public schools, but I came today because it's very important. Take police out, putting counselors. It's for the students' comfort, and even though I'm not in the schools, like I said, it still affects me. I have people that are in this system, and I want it to be better. So, yeah. Thank you.
Well, what does the flag bearer do then? What does the flag bearer do? I can literally do anything. Thank you for your patience. Just 1 more minute.
Walkout today, like everyone else. Whoa!
College, and it's always Brown University alumni that like
I'm live streaming for Uprise RI.
Don't bring the idea up and it won't happen. Why not? It's a windy last day.
Okay, Meryl, let's get
I know it's very long. So that there's you get extra and they open her legs and like there's just people I watched this like when I was before. That's why my character is like the way it is. You don't know I figured. I'm sure it's just battle. No, because like my brother is like they're not bad.
Yeah. Get excited. Let's go. Guys, if you can hear me, repeat after me. Counselors, not cops. Counselors, not cops. Counselors, not cops. Counselors, not cops. I can't hear y'all. I can't hear y'all. Can we do it again? How about a little? Counselors, not cops. Counselors, not cops. Counselors, not cops. Counselors, not cops. All right. Let's give it up for us, y'all.
That was pretty good. We'll keep practicing though. I know you got more.
right, so hey everybody, we got people coming? Alright. Okay. So okay. Okay. Alright. So today is the second day of the Counselors Not Cops walkout. Thank you everybody for coming. Thank you. And yesterday was a really great turnout. We were still out in the rain and just having a really good time, still mobilizing and showing up, right? So today, if you're not clear, today we're here because youth have organized and called to action to remove SROs from our schools for over 4 years and replace them with more mental health counselors, more social workers, and more social emotional supports for students. For too long, students have been disrespected, hurt, and criminalized by the Providence Public School District and its contract with the Providence Police Department. Today, we're calling an end to that contract, and we're demanding that it never be reinstated ever again.
Counselors? Counselors?
We don't need cops in our schools. We don't need guns in our schools. We need actual safety that isn't rooted in our oppression and tied to the school-to-prison pipeline. We need to protect black, brown, queer, trans, and neurodivergent students. This harm shall go on no longer. We deserve better. This is what we're here for today. We want counselors, not cops.
Counselors? Not cops. Counselors? Not cops.
Y'all, come on. Okay, so I just wanted to inform y'all, some students were not being let out of PCTA because of their SROs. They were not letting them walk out the building, and so we wanted to go over there and chant, let them out, because other students should have the right to walk out the same way that y'all have the right to walk out as well. I heard that students were being let out. Yeah, okay. Are students getting out safely and fine? Okay. I don't know. Huh? Okay. What do we want to do?
We're going to wait a little longer to see if they keep doing this bullshit. If they do, we're going to go over there and show much more. But until then, can you repeat after me? FTP! Free the people! Fight the power! Fuck the police!
Say FTP!
Free the people! FTP! Free the people! Fight the power! Fuck the police! FTP! Free the people! Fight the power! Fuck the police! FTP! Free the people! Fight the power! Fuck the police! FTP! Free the people! Fight the power! Fuck the police! I cannot hear you! Free the people! Fight the power! Fuck the police! FTP! Free the people! Fight the power! Fuck the police! Say FTP! Free the people! Fight the power! Fuck the police! FTP! Free the people! Fight the power! Fuck the police! Free the people! Fight the power! Fuck the police! Y'all gonna repeat after me? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Get these counselors out on Thursday. 5, 6, 7, 8. We want counselors. We won't wait. Say 1, 2, 3, 4. Get these counselors out on Thursday. 5, 6, 7, 8. We want counselors. We won't wait. Get these counselors out on Thursday. 5, 6, 7, 8. We want counselors. We won't wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get these counselors out on Thursday. 5, 6, 7, 8. We want counselors. We won't wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 7, 8. Get these counselors out on Thursday. 5, 6, 7, 8. We want counselors. We won't wait. Come on.
We're gonna keep practicing. We need some more energy, okay?
Now, I've been hearing that there's a lot of pigs roaming these streets, and I would like to remind them, whose streets are these? Our street! Whose street? Our street! Whose street? Our street! Whose street? Our street! Whose community? Our community! Whose school? Our school! Whose school? Our school! Whose school? Our school! Alright, we're gonna start after that, y'all can pull the banner. Just in front. Can we get the banner right here? Alright, look up here. Thank you. Go that way, go that way. We're going that way. We're no longer going to BCA. We're no longer at the front here. Yep, we're across the street. Yep, okay. Alright. Mommy, can I get? Oh, Mommy, let's go! Y'all make some noise! Come on! I don't hear y'all. Remove the police, no justice. Please. Take it to the streets, remove the police, no justice. No peace. Take it to the streets, remove the police, no justice. No peace. Remove the police, no justice. No peace. We can't hear y'all. If you're a youth and you support youth, either one, you need to be using your voice. You are out here for a reason. We gotta show up and show out. The left lane, stay in the left lane, please. Thank you. Y'all got a new chant. You ready? It goes like this. No cop, no. No cop, no. They know better. They know better. No cop. No cop. No. They know better. They know better. No cop. No. No cop. Let's go. I can't hear y'all. No cop. No. No cop. No. They know better. I know y'all know this song by Rich Rubber. No cop. No cop. No. They know better. They know better. No cop. No. No cop. No. They know better. They know better. Here we go. Next time you say it, right there. What are we? No cops? No. No cop? No. They know better. They know better. No cops? No. No cops? They know better. They know better. No cops? No. No way. They know better. No cops? No. No cops? No. They know better. They know better. No cops? No. No cops? No. They know better. They know better. No cops? No. No cops? No. They know better. They know got to go. Hey, hey, hey. Ho, ho, ho. These SROs have got to go. Hey, hey, hey. Ho, ho, ho. These SROs have got to go. Hey, hey, hey. Ho, ho, ho. These SROs have got to go. Ho, ho, ho. These SROs have got to go. Hey, hey, hey. Ho, ho, ho. These SROs have got to go. Ho, ho, ho. These SROs have got to go. Hey, hey, hey. Ho, ho, ho. These SROs have got to go. Hey, hey, hey. Ho, ho, ho. These SROs have got to go. Ho, ho, ho. These SROs have got to go. Ho, ho, ho. These SROs have got to go. Hey, hey, hey. Ho, ho, ho. These SROs have got to go. Hey, hey, hey. Ho, ho, ho. These SROs have got to go. Hey, hey, hey. Ho, ho, ho. These SROs have got to go. Ho, ho, ho. These SROs have got to go. Hey, hey, hey. Ho, ho, ho. These SROs have got to go. Hey, hey, hey. Ho, ho, ho. These SROs have got to go. Ho, ho, ho. These SROs have got to go. Ho, ho, ho. Alright, y'all. So this building right here is the Rhode Department of Education. You want them to hear us. Alright, so we want to do a quick little shame chant for Infante Green, who has refused to move police out of our schools for over 2 years. I don't know if she's in there, but we're going to shame them anyway. Alright, so follow along with me. Shame! 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 Shame!
police here today. Again, we have Rhode Island State Police and the Providence Police Department trailing the march.
So we're gonna do a new chant. We're gonna do what kind of power? Youth power. I said what kind of power? Youth power. I said what kind of power? Youth power. What kind of power? Youth power. 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 Youth power.
Saying what kind of power? Youth power? Youth as in young people?
What kind of power? Youth power. What kind of power? Youth power. What kind of power? Youth power. 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 The people united will never be divided.
The people united will never be divided. The people united will never be divided. The people united will never be divided. The people united
Will never be divided. The people
united will never be divided. The people united will never be divided. The people united will never be divided. The people united will never be divided.
The people
United will never be divided. United will never be divided. The people united will never be divided. The people united will never be divided.
Officers over here at the mall to quit their jobs.
will never be divided. United will never be divided. Central people united. Will never be divided. Will never be divided. United will never be divided. The people united will never be divided. The people united will never be divided. The people united will never be divided. United will never be divided. The people The people united will never be divided. The people united will never be divided. All right, we made it this far, y'all. Come on. Hi. Well, I know y'all thought. All right, we're almost there, y'all. We need. All right. I need y'all to use as much voice as possible. I know you guys like the music, huh? Let me hear it. Password! Not pop! 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 on now. All right, before we get started, I know y'all got your phones, so can you pull out your phones and put in the link at the bottom? And so you can join us in the movement, and so you can stay updated with us, right? This isn't the end. Just because we're here doesn't mean it's over. So we just want to make sure that y'all take a moment to sign up if you're interested. It doesn't really mean you're committed to anything. It just means you get updates from us. So take the time to just put in that link really quickly, and then we'll get started. So, over here. Thank you.
Get your phones out.
Hi, this is Will James for Uprise RI. This is the Counselors Not Cops Providence Student Walkout, Day 2. Providence students are calling for in-school police officers to be replaced with mental health counselors as well as other support staff who are trained in alternative conflict resolution.
Yeah, can you keep your thumbs up if you're finished with it, so that we just have a.
Right now, the organizers are encouraging people to sign up for a link to get updates about this campaign. They're saying it's not open today, there's going to be more work.
Oh, you have to do all caps. All caps.
Thank you.
Excuse me?
What am I going to do?
So much.
Thumbs up if you're done. Beautiful. Never mind.
Try and block that. I know, I'm trying to like do it.
Alright,
it's getting very windy. The microphone might stop working on the live stream. Just letting everyone know.
Alright, let's get started. Make sure the face is this way, but not this way. Silencio! Alright. Thank you everybody for marching with us all the way here. Give it up for yourself! Alright, before we get started with the speaking program, I just want to announce distributors. So if you're distributing like snacks or water, please raise your hand.
I have snacks, guys. If you guys want
So people just know. I got some water right here if y'all want it.
I got snacks. Who wants snacks?
Wait, wasn't it your birthday? Yeah, oh my gosh, I saw the shoe. I was like, okay. Yeah. Rice Krispies, Cheez-Its.
Okay, I don't know if everybody's all set, but any water? There's only 2 waters.
Brandon!
Do you have any more water?
We have one right here.
Oh, no more water?
Oh, one more water. Can you give us that? Wait, Jason, do you see
Ida has water?
Ida's getting a piece of water, but I can't find her.
Oh. Where's Idamar? Idamar, you here?
Are they going back? Or like...
So apparently there's going to be a speaking program shortly.
Oh, we're getting water, folks, so
More
just
snacks
give
and water.
us a second.
I still have some more snacks if anybody wants snacks.
She got Fritos, and she got Fritos, so I gave her my cheese.
I think I have another one. Hold on.
She wants a Rice Krispie. Here. Thank you.
Can y'all hear me in the back or no? Yeah?
Can y'all hear us in the back?
Yeah? If y'all can hear me, repeat after me. Counselors!
Knock, knock.
Counselors! Knock, knock! 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 We gonna keep practicing. It's okay. Right, I see y'all in the back being quiet. What's the deal? We just want to make sure that if people want water, we can get it. I feel like that's the priority right now. Yeah, he's just getting water. I see the water coming.
Mitchie, they're down there, they're coming.
Oh, also, if Will, like you feel free to talk to them. They're from Uprise Rhode Island.
Yeah, yeah,
We love Uprise!
we stand upright.
Right. The best adult island right there. Or Steve, if Steve comes up to you.
I'm literally so wasting. Yeah, and then you got
Hey, yo, while the water comes, I gotta do a chant. Oh, wow, the water comes, yeah. One! Yeah. Ready, y'all? One! We are the people too! A little bit louder too! We want justice for our people! One!
we are the people
Two! A little bit louder three!
We want justice
For our people! One!
We are the people
Two!
A little bit louder.
Three! We want justice for our people! One!
We are the people
Two!
A little bit louder.
Three!
We want justice
For our people! One!
We are the people
Two! Three!
We want justice
For our people! One!
We are the people
Two! A little bit louder! We want justice for
little bit louder. Hey! We want justice for our people. One. We are the people. Two. A little bit louder. Three. We want justice for our people. We want justice for our people.
There's no one for you. Ain't no people, but the power of the people don't stop. Say what? Ain't no power like the power of the people, there's the power of the people don't stop. Say what? Ain't no power like the power of the people, there's the power of the people don't stop. Say what? Power of the people don't stop. The power of the people don't stop. The power of the people don't stop.
So the mic's not going to be that great for a while. The audio is not going to be that great for a while.
I got water if anyone needs water.
I know y'all didn't think we were done. There ain't no power like the power of the people, there's the power of the people don't stop. Say what? Ain't no power like the power of the people, there's the power of the people don't stop. Say what? Ain't no power like the power of the people, there's the power of the people don't stop. Say what?
Ain't no power like the power of the people, there's the power of the people don't stop.
Say what? Ain't no power like the power of the people, there's the power of the people don't stop. Say what? Ain't no power like the power of the people, there's the power of the people don't stop. Say what? Ain't no power like the power of the people, there's the power of the people don't stop. Say what? Ain't no power like the power of the people, there's the power of the people don't stop. Say what? Ain't no power like the power of the people, there's the power of the people don't stop. Say what? Ain't no power like the power of the people, there's the power of the people don't stop. Alright, I don't know if everybody's all set with water, all that stuff, but we're gonna get started. So, again, thank you everybody for coming out. Obviously, we're here at the State House, and right inside, I don't know if Governor McKee is in the State House, but Governor McKee is against removing SROs from our schools. So we have to let them know that there's people here who actually support this cause and who actually want it, because they keep spreading false rumors that this isn't something that students want. But we're here to tell them that that's wrong. If you want it, let me hear you. You want it? Alright. Okay, so we're gonna start with the speaker program. We're gonna have some really powerful speakers come up to share their experiences. So let's give it up for them, y'all. Come on. We have some speakers from yesterday. If you weren't here yesterday, we're gonna have some of them speak again. But we're gonna have some new speakers too. Me and Asian will be doing a poem too. So just give it up for it. And first, I think we're gonna have McCora come up.
Yeah, McCora!
Come on.
Sorry that this angle is staying still and the wind is coming from this direction, so I can't back up.
Give it up one more time for McCora!
Oh, okay. How's everyone doing today? Good! How's everyone doing today?
Hello, my name is McCora Lewis and I am a sophomore at the Met High School as well as a member of the Yo, can we get some silence from the choir, please?
Respectful, yo. Come on.
Step. And also a member of the Providence Student Union. I wanted to speak with you about the importance of the Counselors Not Cops movement and what it means to me. I agree, as students we have the I agree that as students we have the opportunity to meet with social guidance counselors in order to settle problems respectfully rather than having them escalate into physical altercations. Fortunately, I go to a school where there isn't an officer on site and where there is more than 3 accessible social guidance counselors in each school building. And because of the effect of these minor issues being resolved without physical damage, there has not been a single fight there since 1998. I also have a quote from the well-known therapist Lisa Oliveira that says, "Just because no one else can cure or do your inner work for you, doesn't mean you should or need to do it alone. That is, you can go through issues alone, and you will not if there are counselors present." For more than 3 years, the movement and students in the greater Providence community has been calling for this action, and now more than ever, it is critical that we take this transformative measure. I support PSU and other organizations in their Counselors Not Cops initiative because I believe that all students have the right to a safe and secure and fair school environment.
Okay. Up next, we're gonna have Shaylee. Let's go for Shaylee!
Go, Shaylee! As you should, please.
Good afternoon, my name is Shaylee Kirak-Amis. I am a sophomore at Classical High School. I'm going to be reading a part of a poem I wrote a few months ago. Parents always tell you to not be a fool. They ask you to do good in school. They tell you to work hard and then you will get the glory, and after their speech they give you a story. I climbed mountains and swam through lakes. Sometimes I even had to kill some snakes. They tell you, my life was hard, do not complain. Our lives were not the same. I will give my future children the same advice, but my story won't have any exaggerating lies. I will not tell them I chased the bus when I was late to school. I will tell them I struggled to get up from bed to sit on my stool. Students these days are experiencing a lack of motivation. What we need now from school is a vacation. We have to sit in front of a laptop for hours, and teachers expect assignments on time as if we have superpowers. There are other important things we have to do. We are not only worrying about when our assignments are due. Some students have things going on at home, and some of us can start to feel all alone. At home, the thoughts of not being good enough begin, and so does the desire to fit in. We try to be enough for our parents, but they can judge even what we are wearing. They put too much pressure on us. How do they not expect us to go all nuts? As many of you are aware, my friend unfortunately passed away a few months ago. After her death, there were workers going to classrooms, offering help, giving papers with phone numbers that you can call in case you're having thoughts. Some teachers were being flexible and understanding students, and the library was filled with social workers for students who needed support. After the week, there was none of that. There was no more social workers at the library. There was no more giving phone numbers. Teachers went back to normal, and students were expected to be okay. I do not want my friend's death treated as a trend. The help should always be there. What students need now is support. This year has been tough for everyone. We all have experienced some type of loss, like loss of motivation or of a loved one. Stop waiting for another tragedy to happen to start offering students the help and support they need. Replace cops with counselors.
Alright, next up, we're gonna hop into an
Ironically, 4 out of 5 kids that do attempt suicide do show the signs. We can't do anything about it once it's too late. Yet we only seem to care when someone is dead. Suicide isn't something that's rare. It's something that's happening. The first leading cause of teenage death is accidental injury. But the second leading cause of teenage death is suicide. Not cancer or illness, suicide. So why aren't schools doing anything about it? We should be giving kids the support that they need, the support that we need, and what we need is mental health resources. We need counselors.
I said counselors! 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 Counselors!
There is this idea that some people have in their minds that COVID is the only reason why kids are struggling with their mental health, and that after COVID is over, everything is going to be fine again. But that's wrong. Kids have always been struggling, and they need the support even after COVID is over. We need mental health resources now. We need counselors in our schools because kids deserve support.
Let's get it for Providence Student Union. Thank you. Give it up for me, y'all. The average police academy will spend 60 hours teaching each and every cop how to use their gun. How to load, fire, disassemble, reassemble, identify, and kill with it. The police will never let us forget it. They use this training every opportunity they give themselves. When they see a black or brown teenager in the streets, they like to cut these lives short. Anthony Thompson was only 17 when he was killed in a school bathroom by an idiot cop who shot himself first. Adam Toledo was 13. Tamir Rice was only 12. Compare that, inordinate amount of training on how to take life with the hours and hours spent by each and every counselor learning how to nurture it. How to help students develop relationships with their parents, their friends, and their teachers that show them that every interaction matters. How to talk kids down from hurting themselves or others. How to give us coping strategies so it doesn't become too much. How to stop fights before they start instead of shooting us after they do. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you, and I'm sure that a lot of you are gonna relate to this. Middle school fucking sucked. I'm queer, I was dealing with homophobia and PTSD and a learning disability, and the only reason I am standing here in front of you today is because of the wonderful counselors and school psychiatrists who kept me alive! There was people like Dr. Freeman at Dr. Tia at Nathan Bishop Middle School, like Miss Best and Sabrina at Classical, like there are dozens and dozens and dozens of mental health professionals throughout our schools doing the best they can, overworked and underpaid. It is their offices that always seem to have Uno cards and a bowl of snacks ever overflowing that keep us safe. It is their offices that we go when we're having a hard day, when we feel like we can't deal, when we feel like we might do something impulsive that we might regret. They teach us day in and day out that it doesn't matter what's happening, it is not the end, it is not over, and we do not need to get into a fight or hurt ourselves or yell at our teachers about it. And when I'm having a panic attack in a school bathroom or in the throes of sensory overload, is it a fucking cop who's gonna come and talk me down? No! Is it a cop who's gonna come to me and say, hey, it's gonna be okay, breathe with me? No! The cops take our breath away. 1 second, y'all. Yeah, baby! Every time we get a new counselor in our school, there's literally hundreds of students who will be healed. When you put a cop in a school, every black and brown child, neurodivergent child who knows that cop or people like him has killed hundreds of people like them, we suffer. How are you supposed to focus when there is a pig sewing 6 feet away from you, when you know that last week someone was killed who looks just like you by someone who looks just like him? So when we take up space, when we remind Governor McKee and Angelica and Fronte Green and Harrison Peters that we are here, we take revenge. We take up space in their minds so they can't do their fucking work, because I know we sure as hell can't do ours. Yeah! Recently, these warnings we give the police do not know how to deal with individuals on the autism spectrum came true. An 11th grader in this state was attacked by a school resource officer. Now what do we think of that cop? What do we think of every cop? Every cop in our schools needs to go, right? Yeah! Now, it is my pleasure to introduce Mr. DeLuca, the attorney in Michael's case. Mr. DeLuca.
My name is Bud DeLuca. Can you hear me? Yeah, I'm really impressed by what I see here today. Most of the time I get involved in cases like this when it's after the fact, after the police officer has done something he or she shouldn't have done. In this case, with the Narragansett Police Department, the student that I represent was assaulted, thrown to the ground brutally, and beaten. The case is presently pending in federal district court here, alleging that the police officer abused his power. Now, we know from statistics that have been provided to us by the ACLU, and that's who brought this case. I do it on behalf of the ACLU. Sorry. That's who brought this case. I brought this case on behalf of, in conjunction with the ACLU. And we know from statistics that have been provided to us by the ACLU that 28% of the students with disabilities are brought in and assaulted by police officers and put into the system of justice, while they represent only 12% of the students in this country. So we know. We also know that in the since 2002, from 2002 to 2016, suicides by young adults like yourself have increased by 70%. What that tells us is we don't need more police officers in schools. What that tells us is we need more counselors. Counselors! Not cops! Counselors! Not cops! Counselors! Not cops! Counselors! Not cops! We need psychologists, we need people, mental health professionals, who are going to be able to and will be able to deal with the issues that students like yourself have on a day-to-day basis. We know statistically that police officers' presence in the schools have not reduced the incidence of violence in schools. We know that since 1990 up to the present time. And we know that the only way that students are going to feel safe, are going to feel like they're being heard, that those students that need help emotionally, and those students with disabilities who have to deal with going to school and dealing with problems, the day-to-day problems in school, need counselors, not police officers. I can't impress upon you how important it is that you're here, how important it is that you make your voices heard, that just because maybe some of you, most of you are not able to vote, it doesn't matter. You are more perceptive. You are people who obviously are going to be running this country soon. So it's going to be up to you to make sure that those that follow you, as well as yourselves, are not being put in the same position that you're in. That this has to change, and this is the beginning of change. So I would urge you to continue with these efforts, and I want to congratulate all of you for being here, and all of you for
Can we get a thank you? Sorry, I forgot one thing. I just want to remind you that when people get treated like Michael, when you get toggled to the ground and abused, that's not a cop having a bad day. That's them doing exactly what fucking Governor McKee, Commissioner Infante Green, and Superintendent Peters puts them in your school to do. They are there to brutalize you. They are there to kill you. So what are we going to do? We're going to get these fucking cops out of our schools. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. All right, next up we're going to have Jan. Give it for Jan. Hey, Jan. Can we do a quick chant? I'll build the energy. Let's get the energy back. Let's get the radio. Come on.
Start off by talking about my high school experience and my experience in Providence schools in general. So I joined this campaign when I was a junior in high school. So to give context, I had 3 AP classes, and I was working a job, and I was doing extracurricular activities. I was stressed out and I was down bad. And guess what school I went to? Classical High School, yes, the #1 school in the state. And you might ask, well, if it's the #1 school in the state, what's the issue? Well, my mental health was the issue. I was anxious, I was missing assignments, and to be honest, I didn't know whether or not I could make it. Now, perhaps other schools may not have the academic quality that Classical has, but they still have the issues of school resource officers, which are there to criminalize and arrest students who are also dealing with trauma. So the point that I'm trying to make is whether or not it's the education or the SROs, we're constantly in an environment where we're stressed out. And that stress translates to a lower quality of education as well as more mental health issues. During the campaign, there's a report called Johns Hopkins report. And it told us what we already know about our school system. The school infrastructure has failed. There are teachers that are not qualified, and there are students that aren't engaged. So that's why I decided to join this campaign. And when this report came out, what did the Providence Public School Department decide to do for a turnaround? They decided to put more tests on students. More stress, more tests, more mental health issues. Is that really what we need?
No!
Not at all. So we can't constantly rely on the school system to put these type of methods in that do not work for us. That is why we are here, and that is why we are asking Governor McKee to get cops out of schools and give us counselors. As a student body, we can agree that counselors, they'll only help, whereas SROs will only make things worse. And at the end of the day, we all have a need for feeling supported in our development, and we all have a need to feel safe where we are vulnerable. Thank you.
Alright, next up we're gonna do Dinara. And then after that we have me and Yusine do a speech. And then probably Alec.
Let's go, dude!
Oh. Good for Dinara, y'all.
Hey y'all, my name is Day. I'm part of Arise as a youth leader. And this is a message from Governor McKee, if he's in there. You need to remove SROs. In my middle school year, we had cops in our schools and they were used as a weapon of intimidation against students of color to try to discipline them. But what they don't realize is that students need people to talk to help them become better students and people. Lots of students have had bad experience with cops, and we want kids in our schools to be open, and if we want to build community, let's not add to the trauma that lots of students have. Don't intimidate, but guide them to be better people that they were yesterday. SRO policing are full of intimidation. We already have trauma of black and brown students out of our schools, and we don't need them in our schools. We are going to stand up and not stand out. Let's not build trauma, but build trust. Let our students know that we are here. I come here to learn and not to be policed. Counselors, not cops.
Alright, next up we have me Yusine doing a poem that we wrote.
Thank you.
This is our first poem, so bear with us, but
Our first one together.
yeah, it's our first one together, but no, I'm saying like it's fresh, it's new, so bear with us.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, can y'all hear us? Good? Yep.
Hello? Okay, good.
Okay. We don't really have a title for this poem, but it's sort of about when students say, oh, my SRO is a good SRO. It has an excuse to keep police in school, so, that's it. Alright, we're gonna do it together, alright? Ready? Go ahead. 1, 2, 3. My SRO is a good SRO.
I see my SRO in the main office and parked up outside with 4 others. Must be the SRO social hour, because what is there to protect and serve if they can't stay at the complex? Oops, I'm sorry, I mean my SRO is a good SRO. He takes care of the students and places these pretty bracelets on them although they hurt. My SRO tells the students, don't resist, stop resisting like they're in an action scene, although it might just be his way of talking, like, you know, the way they talk down on us black and brown folk, or how they continuously use their badge as some type of credit in society.
My SRO is so nice. Hoops ain't the only thing they've been taught how to shoot after school. My SRO is so nice. He watches me as I enter my school and searches my backpack. He must like my new JanSport.
My SROs
are so nice. My SROs are so nice. They carry a gun on their hip. One to protect me, one they would never use on me. At least, I think. Turn handshakes into handcuffs. Turn hellos into hellfires. Turn state funding into new uniforms.
Turn black and brown students into cadavers. Oops. I mean, turn black and brown students into a holding cell. Oops. I mean, my SRO is a good SRO.
SROs will not save us. Don't be confused. Just because they're in your school doesn't mean they won't hurt you too, won't arrest you too, won't criminalize you too. SROs will not save you because they are part of the same system that killed Trayvon, killed Brianna, killed George, killed Sandra, killed Raheem Brown, killed Tanisha, Micaiah, Ayana, Fernando, Anthony, Andrew, Ahmad. Must we keep going? You've been brainwashed to think that they're your knight in shining armor, but don't forget they don't act like Batman happen in our streets, they'll pretend like they won't box you in and make your life hell. Your SROs will not save you. At the Parkland High School shooting in 2018, school resource officer Scott Peterson kidnapped people died. So you ain't taking a school shooting either, because this system was not made for there to be schools in our this system was not made for there to be police in our schools for the first place. Thousands of SROs have been implemented in schools since Columbine, but we all know that hasn't stopped any school shootings. My SRO is a good SRO.
Or maybe he isn't. Maybe I just need someone to talk to, someone to make me feel safe and cared for, like a counselor. But they won't buy us those. All the money in the world for an automated handgun, but not enough for our broken lead pipes.
All the money for a new cruiser and their children's college, but not enough for the children in the district. Don't let the district fool you. Don't let their smiles and welcomes, high fives fool you.
They will feed you lies and you will eat it up like a Sodexo lunch. But even that food knows the prison industrial complex too.
They will fill our schools up with police, but ain't you remember that time when there was no paper in school?
Ain't you remember the time the stairs had rust on them?
Ain't you remember that time your teacher didn't know how to teach? Let our water rot?
Let our buildings crumble?
Go ahead. When the nurse ain't showing up on time or she isn't available today?
Ain't you remember all the times they ain't remember us? Treat us like dust that sits on the top of lockers and chew us up and spit us like the gum under our desk?
But none of that matters, right? Because we got SROs, the nice ones too. Stop that toxic narrative, because there are no good cops in a corrupt system.
That smile they give you in the morning doesn't mean shit, because there is a beast behind their teeth and they got a whole pack waiting for you on the outside.
Adults must stop speaking for us. Students who don't know better must stop speaking for us because
Because here today, we know the real truth, the one they don't want you to know.
That no SRO has ever been good. We don't want them here.
And never will.
It's counselors, not cops.
Till the end, we won't stop until we win. Counselor, not cops. Counselor, not cops. Counselor, not cops. Counselor, not cops. Counselor, not cops.
We are the people too. A little bit louder, please. We want justice for our people.
We are the people too. A little bit louder, please. We want justice for our people. We are the people too. A little bit louder, please. We want justice for our people. We are the people too. A little bit louder, please. We want justice for our people.
Come on, y'all.
A little bit louder, please. We want justice for our people. We are the people. We want justice for our people.
We got Alan up next. There for Alan, y'all.
Hello everyone, my name is Alonzo Cruz, and I go to Paul Company Upper School right here on 544 Emerald Ave. Alright, for the second time, I'm going to show my class on SRO. From kindergarten to 6th grade, I've attended Providence Public Schools. But it wasn't until 7th grade where I got to attend a school that is SRO free. I'm here to tell you that it's realistic. And it's pitiful. It's sad that attending a school without SRO is a privilege that is accessible to every student. Being at an SRO school means that I can receive an education without fear that I'm going to be another victim of police brutality. It means I'm attending a school where they don't criminalize their students. I have the privilege of having multiple staff members there for me every single time I need them. Multiple staff that care. I go to school that supports social justice, where there are effective, preventative alternatives to safety for our school, staff, and students. I can say that my school cares.
that they can contribute to a learning environment free from unsolicited fear from the police. Black people like myself are being murdered by a system that is to quote-unquote protect us. A system that actively oppresses students like me and you. It's our mental health and safety against their white fragility. In schools where students are predominantly of color, what message is SRO sending? We do not need policing. We need accessibility to adequate health care. Police are killing children. These are domestic terrorists in our building. I can assure you that your safety should not subject you to discomfort. Should not make you fearful or tense. A school without SROs eliminates a hostile environment and lays down the framework needed for schools to provide students with adequate mental health care. We need access to physical, emotional, and social support. We need counselors, not cops. Thank you. Counselors, not cops. Alright, so I think that was our last speaker. Unless any of our speakers yesterday want to speak again? No, that's okay. Let me put this water bottle. Can somebody hold this? So I know y'all. What happened? Alright y'all, so we're actually gonna do a sit-in, and it's gonna be a silent sit-in. We didn't get to do it yesterday because of the rain, but let me just pull up some of the details because I just want to make sure I get it right. Give me 1 second.
So everyone, while Jason's getting that, you can all take a seat on the steps. I don't know if anybody can hear me, but we're gonna take a seat.
We're gonna take a seat on the steps. So much. Thompson, Adam Polito, Adam Ryan, Jacob Yam, who was murdered by the police in the past. Anthony was murdered by a police officer who entered his school. This goes to show that the police will never be there for youth, and their only motive is to kill and criminalize us, not help us. So we're gonna sit here and have 5 minutes of silence. So I'm gonna put a timer, and we're just gonna sit here and take a moment to honor them. And just remember them. Thank you, y'all.
Moment of silence for children who have been killed by police. Again, this is a moment of silence for children who have been killed by the police.
Alright, thank you, y'all. Y'all can get up.
Did he say he didn't know I was going to
I really hope y'all realize that 5 minutes of silence is really nothing, and that your lives can be taken away from you too. That young people have died, and that you're lucky to be here today. That you might not be in a school with an SRO who will tackle you, arrest you, or even kill you. So I really hope y'all realize the impact that we have today. Just being here today really matters, and y'all are showing up. And that's really important. I'm so proud of all of you. We're so proud of all of you for walking out. 5 minutes ago, to do with the fact that Adam Toledo is 14 and will never say another word. How many times is that? Okay, so we're actually gonna walk back. So you feel free to join us. We're gonna stay on the sidewalk. We're not gonna be in the streets this time. So yeah, feel free to join us. We're walking back to where we came from. Tossing me around because I have an umbrella now to block it. I know y'all.
No, because they need a chop. Oh, they did that in the video.
Hello, hello. Alright, y'all, this next chant goes. Yeah, this next song slash chant. This next chant slash song goes like this. People of the city, yeah, yeah. People of the city, yeah, yeah. People of the city, yeah, yeah. Fight up, stand up, go. People of the fight up, yeah, yeah. Okay? People of the city,
Yeah, yeah. People of the city, yeah, yeah. People of the city, yeah, yeah. Stand up, fight up, stand together. People of the city, yeah, yeah. People of the city, yeah, yeah. People of the city, yeah, yeah. I said stand up, fight up, stick together. Stand up, fight up, stick together. Say people of the city, yeah, yeah. Say people of the city. Last, we're taking over the last. Last, guys. Last. People of the city, yeah, yeah. I said people of the city, yeah, yeah. I said stand up, fight up, stick together. Yeah, yeah. People of the city. Yeah, yeah. Stick together. Stop the violence, stop the hate. 4, 6, 8. We want justice, we will wait. 2, 4, 6, 8. Stop the violence, stop the hate. 2, 4, 6, 8. We want justice, we will wait. 2, 4, 6, 8. Stop the hate. 2, 4, 6, 8. We want justice, we will wait. 2, 4, 6, 8.
Let me get your name.
2, 4, 6, 8. We want justice, we will wait. 2,
stop the hate. We want counselors, we won't wait. Stop the violence, stop the hate. We want counselors, we won't wait. Stop the violence, stop the hate. We want counselors, we won't wait. Stop the violence, stop the hate. We want counselors, we won't wait. Stop the violence, stop the hate. We want counselors, we won't wait. Stop the violence, stop the hate. We want counselors, we won't wait. Stop the violence, stop the hate. We want counselors, we won't wait. Stop the violence, stop the hate. We want counselors, we won't wait. Stop the violence, stop the hate. We want counselors, we won't wait. Stop the violence, stop the hate. We want counselors, we won't wait.
Saying 2468. We stop the violence, stop the hate, and then we want counselors, we won't wait.
Stop the violence, stop the hate. We want counselors, we won't wait. Stop the violence, stop the hate. We want counselors, we won't wait. Go for it. We want counselors, we won't wait.
all, y'all ready? Because what do we want? Student power. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Student power. What do we want? Now. What do we want? Student power. Now. What do we want? Student power. When do we want it? Now. If we don't get it, shut it down. What do we want? Shut it down. If we don't get it, shut it down. We don't get it. Shut it down. If we don't get it, shut it down. What do we want? Student power. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Student power. When do we want it? Now. If we don't get it, shut it down. If we don't get it, shut it down. If we don't get it, shut it down. What do we want? Student power. What do we want it? Now. What do we want? Student power. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Student power. When do we want it? Now. If we don't get it, shut it down.
the Providence Police Headquarters.
You're so dumb.
Good one, y'all.
It's not my problem. It's not my problem.
We are proud. We are here. We are proud. We are loud, shut it down. So we are here. We are loud, shut it down. So we are here. We are proud. We are loud, shut it down. So we are here. We are loud, shut it down. So we are here. We are loud, shut it down. So we are here. We are loud, shut it down. So we are here. We are loud to shut it down, then we are here. We are loud to shut it down, then we are here. We are loud to shut it down, then we are here. We are loud to shut it down, then we are here. We are loud to shut it down. We are proud. We are loud to shut it down, then we are here. We are loud to shut it down, then we are here.
Y'all just come over here before we leave. Joy. Come on, come on.
I did not think anybody else from.
been marching with us, just give it one more time.
Y'all did that.
Y'all really did. First of all, I just want to say thank you to y'all. It means a lot to me, and it means a lot to us, the students who organized it. We're here just like y'all, trying to do right by other students and ourselves, right? And also I want to give a shout out to What Cheer for providing us the Thank you! Thank you to the police liaison, thank you to the marshals for just, sticking with us for thank you. Thank you. And again, thank you to all of y'all for showing up. Try to stay connected with DSU. This work is really important and it really means a lot to us that you showed up. So thank you so much, everyone. And feel free to talk to me with any questions or anything like that.
If you see any of us in school, come up to us, ask us about it, and tell us. It's all we want to talk about.
Yes!
All right, thank you, everyone. Have a great day. Thank you so much.
Bye, thank you!
Feel free to keep the posters or like any of the any stuff you got.
Stay safe!
Hi again, this is Will James for Uprise RI. This is the Counselors Not Cops Providence Student Walkout. Students are calling for schools to remove school resource officers, which are in-school police officers, and replace them with mental health counselors as well as other support staff who are trained in alternative conflict resolution. This is day 2 of the 2-day walkout.
If anyone here from Rhode, I have your megaphone.
Thank you so much to our 395 plus Patreon supporters. You allow us to pay ourselves sometimes buy equipment. If you care about this kind of journalism, definitely feel free to throw us some cash. It helps out. We'd love to hire more people someday. Thank you so much.